Moment, that actually. Copy right here again. Teilen. Link kopieren. Hier. Bruv. Bro. Oh. Oh, it's too much. It's so viel, it's so viel. Yeah, it's so viel. He needs to know when to just. Oh. I don't. I don't want the same one. I don't want to be like him.
What do you mean what your weekend looks like when you take this drugs? Next Tuesday, maybe come with a look from a nice lady. In 15 minutes.
Right now.
Carlos needs this office.
Who?
Carlos needs this office. I don't know.
In 15.
Yes, he needs this office for a half hour. For half an hour.
Okay, I'll start the live room and then he can.
And then you can
Yeah.
flip over to Carlos.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Make a good job.
Oops. Hello. Can you hear me, guys? Good afternoon, everyone. Akim, Alexei, Kieran, Niels, and Peter. Thank you for joining so far. Starting a little early today. So we'll just wait for everyone else to join in the room. Is this the right room? No. It's the wrong one. It is the wrong one. So everyone in this live room, you know, there's a different live room now. It's the Power Hour live room. Yes, we hear you. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. You guys remember how to get into the other Power Hour room, correct? Through the members area, click the link. Thank you. So I'm going to leave this one now. Oops. Hello and good afternoon, everybody in the live room. Good afternoon, Hakeem, Alexei, Frank, Hilgard, Ina, Joachim, Niels, and Ulrich. So starting a few minutes early, actually just on time today. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone had a good morning trading. Oh. So allow, good afternoon, good afternoon. So where do we start? So of course, today is the 1st of April, 2021. My name is Maurice Rothwell, English trading coach here at Traders Club 24. Big warm welcome to everyone joining in for the live stream. And of course, a big welcome to all of our members inside the live room. So as always, we're going to take a quick look at the economic calendar here, see what's been going on through the day. There was quite a lot of news released this morning, especially for the German market. However, this morning I didn't get a lot of volatility in the market at all. This afternoon, just over the lunchtime, we've had some quite big news announcements coming out, and we've got a few more coming up during our power hour. So it's looking promising. I'm looking forward to our power hour. So I'm gonna come over, show you guys so far for the day. Absolutely terrible. We did one very good trade this morning on the FTSE, no, on the DAX. The open range came out in profit, and then we took a big number, and then the FTSE and Dow Jones were both, the markets were just not moving at all this morning, and yeah, I had to come out. I just took the small losses, so overall we're in a good profit for the day. But as you can see here, there's just absolutely no movement going on. I did the mistake of taking a top C box here, and of course, there's just absolutely nothing going for it. Over here, of course, the open range this morning in the DAX was very successful. 14 points, exactly the same size as my Swiss box anyway. So we can see we came straight out, and then I did take the big number, but I didn't wait for it. Otherwise, I would have also come out of that. But it was taking a very long time. Had to get back to work. So we came out with a small profit of maybe €4. And then on the FTSE, there was, I think we also took this top C box, but also the same issue came up where we just wasn't hitting the take profit. I think our take profit was around here, so there was still a long way for us to travel, and it just wasn't worth it. So think we ended up in the second trade there, and it was minus maybe, no, fourth trade. Fourth trade. I can't remember. Either way, it wasn't the best morning, but we're still up €1.46, 0.01% for the morning so far. So big gains, big gains. We got 7 trades left. So it's 3:15 right now. We're gonna get back into it very shortly. Right now, in fact. Let's take a look. So first market I want to look at is the Nasdaq here. So here was the resisting line from yesterday, and that supporting area that we had mapped out. All of those resisting areas. In fact, we were down at the bottom yesterday, and these were our next take profit areas, which we mapped. So let's take another look at the big chart, get a feel for what's going on. Move into the 30 minutes. So we're currently at a bit of a peak here. So we can see we've been peaking around here for the past month or so. So we could be looking to climb up to this 13,300 and then back down for another drop, as it seems like we've got some quite a hard resisting area of about 75 points there. So if I'm going to go in, so there's a couple options here. We've got this Vola box being provided. There's also one moment, I will be back in just a second. Brauchst du die Raum? Ja, ich habe Power Hour jetzt, aber ich kann meinen Chase machen und dann Pause. Auf Pause.
Wir haben Kunde, wir haben Kunde.
Wie lange brauchst du? Also eine Stunde, oder?
Nee.
Nein, halbe Stunde.
Aber der Power ist wichtiger.
Okay.
Ja, wir sind hier.
Okay. Ja, alles gut. And back. So, what was we talking about? So I think I'm going to take this Vola box as a pending box. It's quite a long way up to the top, and as we can see, around this area was quite a good resisting line, and we've just ever so slightly broken out of it, but we'll wait and see what's going to happen. If it's now acting as a support, kind of like what we see right there, it's kind of bounced back off, and now it's using this previous resistance as the supporting area. We've also got that double kind of support resistance with the Fibonacci attached in. So we can take that Vola box. Next one, Dow Jones. So of course, straight in on a big number trade. Still very close to our daily pivot, which seems like a good support resisting area on the minute chart, 5-minute chart, pretty similar stuff, but we can see that this is an important line at the moment. So good afternoon to you too, George. Thank you for joining. So that's going to be our second trade. Next one is on gold. So I want to take a look at the daily chart. So we've actually had a huge upburst here, quite similar to what I was saying just the other day, yesterday maybe, that we've currently had this big drop, kind of similar to here, and we see it drop, then we see it fizzle out around, sort of in a consolidation range. We see a drop and then a direct push back up towards the top. Hopefully more around towards the top of this trend line is what we're at, what we're hoping for. And then once it reaches that area, we're gonna come in with the MTX a bit later. So in a few days, few weeks or so, we should receive a very good signal. If any of you like using the daily strategy, you see that come up at the top of that trend line, that's going to be an excellent entry. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, we can see that this has also had a sharp rise today. So we can see that there's a clear decline in the value of the dollar at the moment. This is kind of my neutral Forex pair to get a gauge on the US dollar itself. Good afternoon to you too, James, and good afternoon to Gerov. So we can see that there's a clear weakness in the dollar at the moment. With gold coming back up towards the top here, let's take a look now. So we're just around this Fibonacci area. We're coming to the 5 minute. 15. Let's take a look at the last time it was around this area. We can see last time we was here was when we had that very sharp drop. And now we have pretty much from that same area here, more or less. And you can see here there's a kind of a bit of a reverse. Oh, we can see that there's a inverted head and shoulders pattern coming up here now. Good afternoon to you too, Niels. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm sorry about the sound. All right. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything more. Office politics here. So that's my first trade of the day is going to be on this Vola box. I hope you can hear me if I speak a bit louder. And that's going to be my first entry. We're going to wait and see if we push past this Vola box first of all up towards the top. And we may get the signal. Maybe not. We may get the entry. No trades on the DAX today. Obviously some clear resistance here at the top. But that is not what I'm going to be trading this afternoon. As most of you already know, we don't trade the DAX in the afternoon. So over to the Vola box, we've got 3 pending, 1 on gold, 1 on Dow Jones, and 1 on the Nasdaq. So if we just take a look at the Dow Jones here, we've got that big number trade here. On the other side, there's not really anything else that we can go for. I'm not really looking to make any of these freestyle trades today, as it's sort of the last day of the week before the weekend comes. Please prove my head start. Is it better now? Okay, sorry guys. Oh wow, it was that bad. My bad, my bad. So, as I was saying, I'm definitely not looking to make any of these freestyle trades today, as it's the last day of the week before Easter. And yeah, really, we could look at the economic calendar here, and there could be a lot of news announcements coming out saying that today is going to be a really volatile day, or some crazy numbers coming out. I don't know, a nuclear bomb going off in New York or something, but you never know towards these long weekends. Things can die down a bit as everyone has the same idea that it's going to be slow, so no one really wants to trade, and then it just causes a ripple effect. So that's going to be it until we get the opening in a couple of minutes now. We can look at Nasdaq has already shot off. Bit of pre-market volatility here. And it's going all the way up. So normally, like yesterday, the Nasdaq's going up. Dow Jones is usually coming down. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to go for that big number trade. Maybe it'll come back down. And we may be coming in for our gold entry too. So huge gains from yesterday. I know if Du was in the live room right now, he would be telling us how well his trades were doing. So we're in on the first trade, second, third trade straight away here on the Dow Jones. And as we can see, Nasdaq has taken a turn back down. So if we're coming back over to the Dow Jones here, third trade in. Can extend this a bit so we can get a better view. Not much going on with gold at the moment.
Also eigentlich, also immer so, wenn ich bei mir den Indikator verändere, dann bleibt er auch verändert. Ich wüsste jetzt nicht, warum der jetzt jedes Mal jetzt sich wieder ändern sollte. Ich kann jetzt mal gucken. Stell mir jetzt mal hier mal die Maximum.
So here it comes down. Most likely going to see a rebound off of the daily pivot at the moment.
Eingestellt, mache ich mir das einfach mal gänzlich aus. Dann starte ich den. Jetzt gehe ich auf das gleiche und gucke nochmal.
And here comes the Nasdaq towards the top side.
So, schauen wir mal.
Oh, I'm going to extend this take profit just in case we start making a run for the top side. I want to extend that take profit at least towards this Fibonacci here, 61.8. Let's take a look here. Gold pretty much frozen at the moment. would say Nasdaq is always good for volatility. Mhm. Just fell short.
Ja, genau, 10 bis 20. Mindestgröße 10, maximal 20.
Okay.
Nein, überall. Nein, M1 gehen wir bis 30 Punkte, alle anderen bis 20.
Here comes our entry.
Nee, die sind nicht rot, also wenn die sind rot, das ist höchst, also keine Punkte. 150 Pips zum Beispiel, entsprechend 75
Look over
Punkte.
here. So we're out, no, nearly out of our trade now. But like I said, I think we're going to get a retracement from that daily pivot.
Habe ich schon einen Auftrag gegeben. Ja, doch, geht. Also ich hänge nicht, ich habe immer noch ein bisschen mit Corona zu kämpfen. Aber ja, ist alles, ja.
Now we get a break. Let it hit the take profit.
Ja, sei froh, dass es geht. Ja, mir geht's da nicht
And then the next one, I'll aim for this big number at the bottom.
aber, wie soll ich sagen, ist
Take a look over here. So Nasdaq almost, there it is, there's the activation. And gold still stuck, struggling to break past this point. 1720, 1725 was the area of importance for gold. Even last time we was at this point. So there's the close. So now we've got the bottom side down on this chart. So that's active. And then here on the top side, we can activate another big number there. Let's take a look over here. So now we're on the Nasdaq. Take a look. So technically, I would say the first 3 trades this morning don't really count, but we're already up 0.8%, so 0.08%. We could have extended that take profit from this trade, but as you can see, now we're getting a retracement. If we extended it down to the big number, then we could run the risk of coming back up and just ranging around the top here and not getting out of the trade at all. So first trade in on the Nasdaq.
Ja, bis nächste Woche, du. Schauen wir uns. Tschüss.
So just want to run through something with the new people joining into the Power Hour. So of course, a lot of the, or I think most of the, all of the English members know about the trading style that I'm using, that it's a lot more riskier than the one to Carlos. That, you know, this is using a complete other rules system, and yeah, for if you're going to be copying these same trades or making the same sort of style as me, that yeah, you need to understand the risks, and that if you get into a bad position of a hedge, that maybe some of the coaches are unable to. I can help you and assist you in the Power Hour rooms as much as I can. Um, but as you'll see, if you watch for a week or so or a month before you start copying, that you'll see that I often get into a hedge and they're quite bad situations. I mean, you saw from yesterday, we were in the ninth trade, seventh trade. Last week, last week on Friday, we took a 10% loss. It's really up and down. So before you ever get into trading like me, that I would definitely recommend just practicing hedging on a demo account, um, like purposely going into a hedge on the second trade, go into a second trade and then press the hedge button and then find a way out of it. And always try to look for the, you know, practice all different styles. Of course, if you're using a system like mine, then maybe the rules from Carlos are not gonna be as effective as they are if you're using the the general idea of using the Swiss box. Um, so you know, it's all about finding a different path. But yeah, there's two sides. So Carlos is the very conservative, that's very normal, completely rule based, and then you have me, which is a lot more aggressive, and uh, the rules can be bent from my perspective. So I don't want anyone else here, any of the other coaches coming to me saying that I'm leading any of you guys into hedges, because if you're going to follow through the Power Hour and make the same trades, that you know, I will do my best to help you in the live room if you come into any problems. And I always try to save my hedges for the Power Hour, because I know a few other people get into the same hedges quite often, and I think I think most of the time we're releasing the hedges together. So you know, it does come, it comes at a price, but I just want to make it clear that maybe the others are not able to help with any hedge situation. So third trade in on the Nasdaq now. Wow. So Dow Jones took a very steep drop here, but just missed our entry here on the bottom side. Gold slowly breaking. Mm, we'll go about 20 minutes until any big news comes out. So yeah, just going back to what I said, if any of you do have, any of our German VIPs do have any issues with in a demo account, I can also just tell you, I can let you know what your options are. Um, of course, there's basic rules. If you're in a hedge, release the hedge on the first follow box of the day. so on and so forth. But of course, with the different size targets and box sizes, it's a completely different world. Just have to clear it up with everyone now before I get anyone coming to me. Good. Thank you, Yes, Peter, indeed, hedges are nerves, but I have to say, Peter, he is he's come a very long way actually, and you're actually, I think, one of the better ones currently. I mean, yeah, I think you're probably one of you've come the furthest or come the longest in hedge releasing um, than most others, and you're actually pretty good. Um, and it's all from practice. So demo practice. That's how I learned to use the tools, just practicing extremes, go on a demo account, and I had these kind of settings and I wanted to know what happens if I go to the end. Let me go into the very last trade. What happens if I how do I get out of that situation? Nobody knows what could happen. You could put a trade on and then all of a sudden the kitchen's on fire. You run downstairs to the kitchen, putting out the fire, you come back, you're in the 14th trade. What do you do? So, it's always good to test the absolute extremes of the tools, and the more you test these extremes of how it's working, the more that you'll understand how to get out of bad situations or how to avoid them in the first place. So here we are, fourth trade in on the Nasdaq now. So let me see here. Oh, so we're breaking past that. So the take profit is at the previous high over here from the 2nd of March. Let's go out a bit more. So there's the next high. I mean, we can always place one here. Yeah, we'll leave that one. And then I don't think there's many others. Let's have a look. So of course the big number, we're not going to go for the big number. Let's delve deeper in. So we're going to extend those stop losses. I'm going to extend up to the Fibonacci. Whoa, okay. Or not. Oh, trade number 5 now. Where are we? With the Dow Jones, still in the same area. Gold still in the same area too. So let's go back over to Dow Jones. I'm going to stay on the screen for the moment. Let's go through it. No, not always right. Yep. Neither am I, Peter. As you all saw from Friday, you can hedge at the 13th trade on reverse buy and sell. Indeed, you can. I am out. Have a great Easter. Speak next week. Good luck to everyone. Thank you, James. See you next week. Have a good Easter weekend. So good question, Inat. The stop loss multiplicator is just the complete original. I haven't changed it. I like to move it separately by hand. If the market moves so quick that it hits my original take profit, I'm also extremely happy to just take the 0.07%, 0.08% profit as that was the aim of the game when I came up with the targets, was just to always be happy with taking the set take profit. So if I made between between 5 and 15 trades a day, I would be at my 0.5% or 1% target. So that was the idea. So moving the stop losses is not a big issue for me. I like to have them where they sit because, as you know, the stop losses are there for worst case scenario. If you come out in your very last trade and then you can't open another one, but the market moves down past the stop loss, it's going to close all of your buy positions on the bottom if it's falling down. If it's going up, it's going to close all your sell positions here. But the closer it is, if it closes all of the sell positions here, then technically it doesn't need to fall that much further for us to actually end up in profit. However, if the stop loss is too far away down here and we end up in that same bad position, first of all, as the market's moving all the way down, it could hit a margin call or something before you even get the chance to close those positions. And then you've got twice the amount of distance to roll before you actually end up in a profit anyway, if you understand what I mean. So I'm not so fast. I don't mind moving the stop losses. A lot of people have also said the same thing. So so we're in on the first trade in a sell position here on the Dow Jones. Sixth trade now long on the Nasdaq. So let's hope that we get this breakout now. Nasdaq is quite notorious for hanging around the big number areas, I must say. But in the sixth trade, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Jetzt lass doch immer in Ruhe, Alter. Vom Ding her macht er das nur, weil er am Montag für dich arbeitet.
Okay, perfect stuff. Take a look at gold. Ooh, slowly coming into our vola here. Okay.
Bernd, are you able to print? Are you able to print it all printed?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. Can I send you?
Send it to me on email and then I'll print it out. Is it a PDF?
Email or
Uh,
Skype?
or Skype is fine.
Because I don't know why, but my PC wasn't able.
You have to get the number.
And the last office is the same.
The same.
I was the only one who can't.
I couldn't print in the last office either.
Yes?
Yeah. But this one, I think you just have to search for the name. I can't remember how I did it. Where do we set the stop loss? Oh, to change the stop loss settings. Good question. I have to admit, I never went to change it, so I think it will be in here. No, it's not there. It's in the Swiss box. So expert, maybe in here. There we go. So you click on the star on the Swiss box. Stop loss multiplicator. So 3.5. You can change that to. So 3.5 means that it's 3.5 times the distance of your box. I think I'm correct in saying. So first trade in on gold. So I see that Du has finally joined the live room. I was just talking about you and how you might be happy for the gold reversal today. Good afternoon to you too. So big reversal on gold. Yes, 1739 will be a special point. Okay. See, dude's got all of the inside information. Just check the calendar over here. So I had a little bit, so 5 minutes now till we get some good news. Let's hope that we get just far enough away from our box at the moment. Move that over here. Could move it up towards this next resistance, but I'm quite happy to have it come out here. So that will happen when you're in a hedge, most likely, Peter. The stop, it will say stop loss is hit before target. Sometimes it comes up on the screen, but more times than most you can ignore it.
Hoi. Jetzt noch na klar doch. Ciao, tschüss. Wieder.
So what's going on? Peter, I just tried to trade on the Dow, reduced to 2. So Peter reduced the stop losses to 2. Yeah, the stop loss is just these red lines, so if you reduce it to 2, it's going to be closer. So if you've reduced it to 2, that means that, yeah, of course, that the stop loss is, so let's say that the stop loss is here. That's why I'm always moving my stop losses further, because if I put my take profit here, and the market comes all the way up, past the stop loss, and then doesn't make it to my take profit and comes back down, then I'm going to be in a bigger minus than I started. So it's always recommended that you should move the stop losses with your take profit. So third trade in now on the Dow Jones. Oh, and take a look. I think we can aim for this big number on the bottom side now. Done. Oh, so that was short. No, that was now long. We can extend it just up to the daily pivot. I suspect it will keep coming down. So there was a news release there. Very rangy markets indeed. I'm going to turn the entry off. And here, I'm going to turn that one off. So now we don't have another entry coming in. I'm going to move that down. So now in the 9th trade. Take a look at gold. Still in the first trade, just missed our take profit there. No, no auto hedge. I don't have it on. So Dow Jones making a comeback. We didn't get out of that one. Almost out of it. There it comes. I'm going to close this one off. Check on the gold. So gold is coming down. So there we come. We've hit our original take profit there. We can close that manually if we want. So 23 profit. Now we're just waiting for the Nasdaq to fall down. So take a look over here. So 0.2% more or less. And then this will put us up at the 1. Keep ourselves poised for a manual exit. So there goes gold as well. Gold is out. So let's take a look. Now we're at 0.26. And now we're just waiting for the Nasdaq to close down. Okay. Quite a strong uptrend now. Okay, we'll go for the entry on. This will be the last trade. Okay, now we're in on the last trade here. Don't want to have to hedge. Take a look over here. Orders. Yeah, definitely don't want to have to hedge over the weekend, especially given how long this weekend is. I want to see a nice break. Nice strong candle up towards the top there. And of course, filtering for the spread should we hit the fib. Remember, our spread is 200 points, so we want at least 200 points away from 334. Yeah, true. The swaps aren't that high, to be honest. And we don't have commissions on the indices, so it's also another bonus. If it breaks this level, it should, in theory, climb up towards the top. So that's what we're hoping for, a nice clean break. Seems like it wants to go. Let's wait and find out. Okay. Keep up the pace. Keep up the pace. going. It's just not going to budge. Okay. So what we at for the day? 58 euros, 0.26%. Oh, that was close. That was close. Okay, Mike, thank you for joining. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Oh, black candle, black candle. Oh, oh. Okay, sec. Just stopping out right there. Oh, happy Easter. Thank you very much, George, and to you. See you next week. Okay. Might be in with some luck. Get ready for a closal. It's most likely going to stop out right at our take profit, because that's just how things work. do we need? 16 points. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you for joining. See you next week. Have a good Easter. So hopefully we'll see a nice break up towards the top now of this consolidating area here. We are looking very closely into the 1 minute chart, so it can be very tedious. But I think we should get it. Hmm. No, we're not going to aim for the fib. We're going to close it in between these, in between the, if it's going to reach in between, seems like it's stopping out, but we need a few points. Just a small burst up towards the top. We can always delete this very last trade here, hedge, and then revisit it on Monday. I'm a bit stubborn at the moment. A small pop, nice good candle, up, up and away. Like I said, it's going to stop out right on our take profit. I can pretty much guarantee. Okay. What did I say? It's another pop up to the top, above the take profit line, and then we can close that manually as soon as we get there. Whether or not it's going to pass it. Okay, and what did I say? What did I say? Bang on the line. Happy Easter to you too, Niels. Well done for closing those trades. Ah, now the market's reversing. Then I'm going to close that. Now I'm going to hedge the position. And that's going to be it for today. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for joining. Hope you had a good time. So just to get it over, 6 trades closed, 1 hedge active. Closed that last trade on the Nasdaq, so we've got a huge profit, but that doesn't count because we're still currently in about 1.5% minus overall, or yeah, 1.5% I would say. So it may look nice, but it's not there yet. Okay, so thank you very much for joining. Please have a good Easter holidays, and we'll be back here next week, Tuesday afternoon. So thank you and goodbye. The fucking US 100, man. One moment. Mm. Ah, man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Burnt Jamie. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave this before I get into more trouble now. 4%.